I just I just thought you'd be more responsible.
I was being responsible. I was watching them. So I don't know what you want me to say. She was going through my stuff.
Danny, she say you're gonna do me a favor. Do the favor.
I did do you a favor. I did it, okay? Be mad at her, not me.
You're the adult in the room.
Tony, you can leave.
What?
You can leave.
How are you kicking me out?
Man, I'm glad the majority rules here when it comes to the fan reaction to Tony coming over to Danny's house with a full-on attitude. I mean, he just came in the apartment with the wrong energy and everything. Now, some might think of it as karma, like, well, yeah, that's what Danny gets because she had just finished telling Sabrina about Karen's double baby daddy drama after Karen specifically asked her not to. And now it's like, hey, what goes around comes around, and Tony's coming over to her apartment with the wrong energy in regards to the handcuffs and whatnot that his daughter found at the apartment and what Danny told her about them. Now, in some ways, I can understand some fans coming from that angle, but at the same time, Tony just, I was Team Danny in this situation here because my biggest thing is, on the one hand, yeah, he definitely came in with the dad energy because he doesn't play about his kids. I can completely understand that. But my thing is that energy he had when it came to coming to Danny's apartment and, going off on her about the handcuffs. Did he have this same energy when talking to his daughter? I highly doubt it. I feel like Brianna has probably the daddy's little girl, I'm my daddy's little princess complex going on here. And it just goes back to the fact that I was raised in one of those households where, you grew up learning, hey, if you go over to somebody's house, whether it be a family member, I don't know, I don't care if it's your grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, cousin, if you go over to your friend's house, you keep your hands to yourself. You don't touch anything. You don't open anything unless you've been given specific, permission or instruction to do so. And especially, you don't take anything without asking and then leave with it. Because that would have been a complete and utter behind whooping. And I'm just sitting there looking like, so many questions. Like, what did Brianna say? Like, where did you get those? At Miss Danny's apartment? Why do you have them? Like, did he ask the questions in regards to, okay, it's one thing you found them, but why do you have them? Did Miss Danny give them to you? Or basically, oh, she said it's a game you two play and she said to ask you about it. But again, that doesn't mean she gave permission. So I just feel like, Tony definitely could have had more of a discussion with his daughter about the situation than going off on Danny about it. Because it's one thing if Danny had said something completely inappropriate, exposing the sexual acts that her father and she, imagine, talking about Brianna's father to her face about it. And it's like, oh, me and your daddy do some freaky stuff with that, set of handcuffs. You ought to not even touch them. Danny didn't do any of that. The daughter decided to put them away in her pocket and then walk out of there with them like they were hers. And it just goes back to the whole thing about the kids trying to, hustle Danny out of, what was it, like baseball tickets or something like that, and even taking her necklace or something like that at the restaurant, and in Rich even like, oh, they hustled you, huh? Showcasing that it isn't the first time those kids have done something like that. And I'm just saying, like, Tony was coming in hot on Danny when in actuality it should have been the kids, or specifically the daughter. If I remember correctly, the son just put his headphones in and was playing a game on his phone. And if he opened anything he wasn't supposed to, it was basically the refrigerator, because Danny said that little boy was just eating up everything. But at least he didn't walk out of there with anything he wasn't supposed to. Yeah, the food in his stomach, but that's completely different than purposefully going through Danny's like boxes or dresser or whatever and then pulling something out to ask her about it. It's just no. Tony, get the heck out of here. You can have several seats so long as they're not at Danny's apartment. And then next week, he's going to roll up to her with that one little sad rose. Just get out. No, ain't nobody trying to hear that. So Again, I respect him as a father from where he was coming from, but I feel like it was completely disrespectful the way he came at Danni. And I really wish we knew what kind of conversation, if he had a conversation with his daughter about the handcuffs and not taking things that don't belong to her. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.